Hey everybody, welcome to Module 7. I want to give you a little rundown and give you a little bit more in-depth information on what we have going on this week, and then certainly give you guys some help that you're going to hopefully use and implement as you create the final part of your digital content strategy plan here. So I'm getting a lot of questions. That's great. I love to hear that. A lot of the questions that I'm getting are something like, would X be a good topic, or should this be a medium that I use for my content? And the answer to just about all of these questions, probably frustrating, probably maddeningly so, is sure, that'd be great. But why? Why are you doing that? How is it going to deliver for your audience? Why would your audience care about that? What are you doing to really give them something that's useful to their lives? How is it solving problems? How is it supporting their needs? How is it elevating up your brand value proposition? All of those things are really how you make the justification on if something is good or should be done, but that's also what you're doing in your assignment, so probably good or bad on that. So there are quite literally no wrong answers on what good content is out there, what you can do. You can do just about anything for your content, but the key then becomes making the case for that. Why are you doing that? Why is it going to be useful for your audience? How's it going to deliver your brand value proposition? So make sure you're answering those questions for those pieces and being able to know those, make a solid case for those. Also, make sure you get into what mediums you're using for your plan and what is the message that you're putting out. From there, you move into the pieces. Why are we pursuing this content? How does it fit into our larger overarching plan? All of those answers come back to your audience and your brand value proposition. How does it ladder up to that brand value proposition? How does it give your audience what they are craving? How does it solve essential problems for their lives? You really need to make the full case through all those pieces on that. Your ability to make a strong and compelling case on those questions is far greater component to your success in this assignment than what you're actually creating from there. So also another important thing here is make sure you're using the best elements of the medium. For instance, if you're going to write up the description of what would be on the App Store page, make sure you follow the best practices of that medium so that you know what an App Store page requirements are, it looks right, it's in the right format for those. This is going to require a lot of outside research on your part, knowing and learning about these things. And one of the essential skills I want to give you guys from this class, and hopefully, is being comfortable and going and doing that outside research, finding the information, sorting through all that, sifting through all of that, and coming down to something that you really feel good about and you're confident in, and then you can use that to make a case. So make sure you're doing that outside research. This is going to help with how you do layout. It's going to help with you do format, what not to include, relative length, calls to action, all of those things. I need to see what you're doing for your piece and really getting into strong information for all of that. So that's going to go for any type of content that you create, making sure that you're using the best elements of that medium. And finally, don't forget to include the info about how this content is going to fit into the larger group plan, how it's going to connect with your audience, bring your brand value proposition to life, and this clear plan for evaluation. What does success look like? How are you going to know for that? A couple other things as a reminder. You're skipping social for now, so it doesn't need to be in your plan, and it certainly shouldn't be the digital content that you're creating, and it's not because social isn't important. We are going to have a very in-depth blocked module, 2 modules going through social later on. A couple more things for you guys. Measuring success. This is going to be where a lot of your research is coming in. I need to see a full plan that shows why your plan will be successful and how to check that it will be succeed. How will you know that it's being successful? What does your success look like? How will you know how all this is happening? You may ask, what do we do for this? What's our measuring? Look for other brands. Find brands you admire. Look and do some outside research on how they are defining success in the digital environments, what they're doing for that. So I need to see you guys be specific in both the group and individual people. For example, how many people are going to get this piece of content? How many of them do you need to interact with it? Why are those your metrics? You will be using data and numbers a lot on this and really backing it out with strong outside rationale on that. It's got to be more than sales or just impression. Those are certainly part of it, but I want to see you guys go a lot deeper and have a lot more kind of strong context and depth of thinking on that. Again, data, number, connect back to your audience, know who these people are, what they're doing, how you're going to hit them. So then you can also use the anecdotes to connect back to your brand value proposition and really make the case that ladders up to what your audience is, what your brand value proposition has, and feel really good and strong about how those are all coming together on that. Going back to the individual content for a little bit, be creative, push boundaries. I want to see this in-depth thinking for that. Do research on what your favorite brands are doing and see what you can borrow from that, how you can bring those ideas to life in a digital environment and really use and make it sense for your audience, your brand value proposition in a way that's going to feel good on everything. So Awesome. And finally, don't forget to give that rationale. Some students just submit the content for the individual piece, but make sure you connect it back to all of the other elements in the content. How it fits in the group plan, how it serves the audience, how it fulfills the brand value proposition, and how you're going to measure all of that. So make sure you're doing all of those things. It's a lot. I get it. I'm here to help. Please let me know what I can do to set you up for success. If you want to do an individual meeting, find a time to get together. We can do a video call. Whatever works, let me know so I can set you up to be successful. Find something that you're really proud of and that you feel good that you're submitting. So look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. I hope you have a great week and we'll talk soon. Thanks, everybody.